Hi everybody, I'm back in my studio and today we're going to repair two dolls. Both of these dolls are missing their arms. See, their arms are connected by these little wires and an elastic. The first doll we'll work on is this Little Orphan Annie by Robert Tonner. I will pull down her shirt and her dress and attach the arms. The other doll we're going to work on is this from the Effanbee doll company. This is Ann Shirley. Her arm came apart too. You'll see. I purchased both these dolls at the same auction, and the reason their arms came out was that the elastic that held the arms, the rubber bands, deteriorated and of course snapped off. And that is very common with these dolls. So I used to collect antique dolls, and this happened all the time. So I just got used to repairing it. And for today's repair, I'm going to use a hair elastic. And because I'm working on two dolls, a small doll and a big doll, I just tied the hair elastic in two places and make sure it's very tight. You pull it tight, and then I cut between the two knots. And so now I have two elastics. Now for the first elastic, so what I like to do is before I start, I get a really strong string and I put it through the elastic, and then I connect the arm. I'm going to work on this little doll first using the smaller of the two elastics. So Little Orphan Annie will go first. We move this down. We peel back the dress and you make sure you have the right arm going on the right side, and then you take the hook that goes with the arm and you fish it through. This can sometimes be tricky. That's why I use pliers. You fish the arm through. I try to stay away from the knot, so the knot could be in the center of the body. You fish the elastic, which is a pretty thick elastic. I want this repair to last. And you fish it, and then you close the wire so the elastic won't come out. And so now you have, you see how this looks? You can see that now it's connected. And okay, feels good. And then you take the doll and you fish the string. This is a very heavy gauge string. You could use anything. I've used coat hangers to fish it through. And her neck is strung, so you'll see a little elastic there. You have to try to avoid that as you go to the other side. And just keep going till you get one and then the other. So this is the tricky part. I got one of the strings and I used the pliers to get the other. So now we fished it through. See, there you go. Her hand sticks. Her head does look a bit wobbly head. Not a fan of that, but I'm not going to repair it today. So then you really pull the elastic and then you hook the other side. And I don't release the string until I've tightened the wire. So you really, okay. It's really tough getting it through there. I'll keep pulling. Okay. So my best advice, as always, for repairing dolls is patience, because just take your time. I mean, the doll has nowhere else to go. And if you do it another day. Work on the doll when you have nothing better or nothing urgent that requires your attention. Okay, so I strung it through, and then it's on. And there's enough give there. You can still play with the doll, and the hands are in. So now we put her dress back on. Let me lay her down to put her dress on. This doll is in excellent condition. I purchased both these dolls at the same doll auction. It was a live auction in the Midwest, and I'm very happy that I did. I think there wasn't a lot of interest because of the broken arms. I mean, they were not broken; just the elastic snapped. And there you go. Look at it. Now she's ready. Her head keeps falling forward. Now she's ready to join the rest of the doll family. She looks in absolutely excellent condition. I just think she's adorable. So I'm going to put her here. She wants to hang out and watch the next repair. Okay. The next one is this Effanbee doll. This is Ann Shirley, and the Effanbee company has been around since around, I think, 1910. And the actual reason why I got this doll is she's a big doll, but she's like a slim, almost 18-inch, and I have dolls that could fit her clothes. I am a sucker for well-made doll clothes, and I figured if things didn't go well, I'll take her clothes and put it on my other dolls. Beautifully dressed, original undergarments, original dress. Just these two hands that need to be put back on. Now this one was very difficult to pull out because the metal part went deep inside the arm, and it was very difficult. So I'm laying it down, being very careful not to lose these metal parts again. So I'm just going to actually push this one over here and work on her over here. And I like to do the arm that's further away from me first, just a personal preference. And I'm going to set that down and do my stringing again. I wish this was more of like a pipe cleaner, but it's very tough string. I really like it. I'm going to see if I could twist it, then maybe it could fish through easier. So then you put the hook on, and then you take your pliers and just reattach it. Bring this one forward, just reattach it. And you have to do a good job here. You have to make sure the two metal pieces meet, because otherwise you're going to lose the elastic again. I mean, it's not the end of the world. You could do this again, but really, who wants to if you don't have to, right? So I'm fishing this through. I'm not taking off her clothes because she's wearing sleeveless. So if I don't have to do any of the tedious doll things, I don't do it. Now this fished through easier because I twisted the two ends of the string, and she is a bigger doll, much easier to work with. Like I said, I like big dolls. I do. And I'm getting the wire with the metal parts so much heavier gauge. So you really have to put some elbow grease in there. Just tighten the metal around the elastic. And once again, I'm using just basic hair elastics that I use on my girls. Anyway, you can get them anywhere. And boom, hands are done. There she goes. Very nicely made doll. The elastic deteriorated into little black crumbly pieces, and you have to make sure you get it out of these hollow arms because you will hear them jingling. So her, oh, bending her head. Her arms are done. And now she will take her place here. Oh, and she stands on her own. Very nice. So now that's my doll repair for today. Thank you for watching.